Good morning. Welcome to episode 3. Today we're in Norfolk, and I've just spent I'm fresh off the van tour from last episode. Thanks again for all your wonderful comments. More and more people coming out of the woodwork to say good luck and and offer. I've even had people offer help to do plumbing and stuff, which is obviously going to be very handy. What we're doing at the moment is just driving through. We had a relaxing morning, me and Nishka. She found a stoat or a weasel or something, and managed to relieve it of its breakfast. So what we're going to do now is leave this place and we're going to head to the beach. I'm told by some people, by Mel and Sue actually, from yesterday, I'm told that on this beach there can be found fossils, like fossilized like shellfish and bits of old crustacean and stuff like that, and I have no idea what they even look like. I've definitely never found any, so we're gonna saddle up, and today's walk is gonna be down the beachfront and see what we can find. We might head into town later, not too sure, but yeah, proves to be an adventure. Oh, I'm also testing out new filming sort of methods, because at the moment thanks for waiting. At the moment I'm trying to do everything with the camera, like with my Sony camera, and what I've found is that I've never got it with me in the bits that I want to capture. So today, this is on a GoPro. I'm going to be doing some filming on my phone and some filming on the camera. So what I'm saying is that the audio quality is going to start to vary dramatically. I'm not sure how it's going to affect it yet, but if the episode's a bit everywhere, then that's why. I'm going to film it, cut it together, and I'm just going to see how it plays. I'm not actually sure where this car park is, so I'd probably better get some directions first. Hopefully, I'll see you at the beach. Rather frustratingly, I actually had a bunch of footage of me finding, like trying up various different parking spots and sort of having a Google and generally talking to the camera about the philosophy behind finding places to park, preferably free. But it turns out I had turned the GoPro around at some point into the mount, and it was basically just a black screen with some weird audio. So I got rid of that and found a car parking space not too far away from the beach I was looking for. Well, we made it. I must admit, feels odd, odd combination, sunglasses and a hat, but my hair is all over the place and I cannot be bothered to tie it up. So yeah, but look at that. Coastal view. Dongo. She's just had a bit of an altercation with another dog in the car park. As is her wont, she does it unfortunately sometimes. Some dogs she's fine with, some dogs she's really not with. This one was not a good doggy. Yeah, owners had a good sense of humour about it, so not too pissy. Dogs will be dogs, We're working on her and she's getting better, to be fair. But now it's time for a bit of a walk along the beach, so let's see what happens. So apparently, sorry for the wind, just been talking to some locals. Apparently, in these cliffs, that stretch all the way along the beach, is where they're finding all of these fossils. Apparently there was a woolly mammoth pulled out about these things, and if you go into the town, you can actually buy some of the more impressive fossils. But so far I've been searching for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Nothing so far. So far, fossil zero. Tell you what though, if you were a stony, a rock boy, like a stony person, what are they called? People who like rocks and stones? You'd have a whale of a time. There's so many different kinds, and I think it's like a clay. There's like a weird sort of like yellow kind of. I think it's like a clay. I hope it's clay. It's either clay or something disgusting. Like base underneath all the rocks. Yeah. Weird beach. I've not been to a beach like this before, so probably me being ignorant. There's probably some of you like face palming in the comments right now. But yeah, Nishka's enjoying it. She's getting fuss off literally everybody that comes past. So yeah, stop, start, stop, start. We will find fossils. I'm going to keep looking, and only much later will I give up and go into the town and buy some, or not. Don't buy any fossils. So as we approach the exit, having walked for 45 minutes and then walked back for 45 minutes, still no fossils. I did run into a group of ladies on the way up who were also looking for stones, and they were looking for heart-shaped rocks, and we got chatting about how there was a mammoth found and all that sort of jazz. And on the way back, they excitedly said, "We found a fossil for you." I was like, "Oh, do you see, that's amazing." You know, they're like, "Yeah, I can't find it now though. I think I put it down somewhere and lost it." But obviously, you put it down and you might have lost it, do you think? Oh. And so anyway, she then proceeds to point out just about every stone on the beach and exclaimed that that's a fossil, see, because it's got a mark there. And that's a fossil because it's got a little dent in it. And that's, and she might be right for all I know. Or she might be batshit crazy. So yeah, wonderful ladies. Not sure we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, but she's but entertaining nonetheless. And I think Nishka, bless her, is keen to get back to the, keen to get a drink of water and stuff. She always likes to. One thing she does is she lets me know when we're out and about. She'll sort of like, she'll just stop and be like, "Yep, done now, can I go home?" Obviously it's summer, so she overheats a little bit, but she's got a good sense for it. So we're just heading back to the van, get a drink, catch up on some editing, enjoy the sunshine. It's at times like this, when I'm sitting here walking with the dog, and you know, you're just sort of like strolling along, you're considering like the changes that have you've gone through in your life recently, and you know, relationships ending and the van sort of peering up, and it occurs to me that if my life is now just basically walking the dog and exploring beaches and stuff like that, it's such a radical change from the old me of just sort of like sitting at home playing Minecraft or messing around on the computer. It's a welcome addition. As I sort of stop to just appreciate some of the scenery, and you know, I'm looking for fossils and Nishka's looking for things to pee on. You know, it was extremely peaceful. It was a moment of clarity, and not an unwelcome one. It's quite fun. I enjoy it. I recommend it if you're ever bored. Find yourself a beach and have a stroll along. Take a dog with you. Can't go wrong. Right. Well, we're here. We found a place. Actually, I found a bit of a gold mine. To be fair, lovely little pub called the Malsters. Malsters. It's right on the Norfolk Broads. So there's like boats and like river people out there. That looks really interesting. Good place to take Nishka for a walk. Yeah, it's just a wide open car park. There's no problem with me staying overnight. I simply asked, they took my reds down, it's absolutely fine. It does occur to me, I need to get the van painted. Look. I just look at the patchy paintwork and rubbish kind of exterior. That was going to be like a project for late September, October, you know, sort of time when we get a dry couple of days. But do you know what? I may have to buy some paint and bump it up the priority list because it looks rubbish. So, I mean, I'm going to put it out there. If you know anything about painting vehicles, or if you don't know anything about painting vehicles, but you have an adventurous attitude in your game to give somebody else who doesn't know anything about painting vehicles a hand, we need to, well, I say you possibly, we need to sand down the patches of rust. We need to treat the rust. We need to prime it and then paint. I'm going to start shopping for paint there this week, seeing if I can start getting some either on order and stuff like that. It's not actually that expensive, to be fair, probably about £100 worth of paint all in, if not less, if what I hear from the internet's untrue. There's some stuff on the roof of the vehicle. You can see some yellow crap. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But there is, by all intents and purposes, like there's some kind of coating been put down for something. I have no idea what, but it needs to come off. We need to, like, again, paint over all of that. So it's going to be good fun. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be good fun. We need to find a couple of dry days. Don't we, Nishka? But I'm excited. We've got ourselves somewhere to park for tonight. And yeah, all good. And like the deal is basically I go in there for some food. So we're going to go in there for some food. Yes, probably some fish and chips. What do you fancy? Pub fish and chips? We'll go have a look. So we pretty much then spent the rest of the day, Nishka and I, just kind of chilling out. We went for a little bit of a wander. Lots of the Broads were unfortunately closed. We did find a couple of other dogs that she didn't attack all of, so going to count that as a win. There were some cool buildings with thatched roofs and stuff like that we sort of come across and still in use today, which I thought was quite cool anyway. But yeah, headed back to the van and just chilled out for the rest of the evening. Took a bit of time to ourselves and then fresh in the morning, sort of decided what to do with the next day. So we missed the dawn again, didn't we, Nishka? Missed the dawn again. And so we turned up at this pub. Gorgeous little car park. It's got like this stretch of water, like this lake nearby. And I thought, oh, that'd be nice to walk the dog around. Nope. That is all private land, like all of it. There is a Broads, like a public Broad area, Norfolk Broads stuff, but that's all closed for COVID. Yeah, and all of like the public access stuff and all the paths that walk around it are all closed unless you happen to own a boat, which I don't. So that's a miss on that one. But it's still great. I mean, look at this. No, you can't. It's all blurred out. Hang on. You know, look at that. Sitting down in this lovely little country park with the dog. She's excitedly walking ahead. She did me a heckin' telling off. When I woke up, I'm sitting there eating my cereal, and she's arr, arr, you know, because she wants to go for a walk. And with the missing GoPro footage, that wraps up the holiday in Norfolk. Nishka and I spent some time playing around and messing around, and then drove back, you know, with my fluffy co-pilot in tow, back to Ipswich, back to return her to Tom, and back to working life. Unfortunately, we had a great time, but yeah, it was time to get on with more van improvements still to come. So, what we're up to today is we're back home, and I've dropped the dog off. And she was very excited to get back home, and it's highlighted a few things for me, which I didn't see coming. First of all, I definitely think I need a dog in the van. Just having like Nishka around to talk to, and I say to talk to, it's less weird than it sounds. But yeah, do you know what I mean? If you own a dog, you know exactly what I mean. Having a dog around to go walks with and things like that gave me an excuse to get out and explore a little bit, which I really enjoyed. Genuinely, really enjoyed. So that's definitely time to make sure that we've got a semi-permanent companion in the van with us. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to do that while I'm still working full-time, but it's definitely food for thought. It might not be Nishka. I share her with Tom. I think I'm going to be looking for a dog that might be more permanent than shared with Tom. And also, she was a bit big. She's a lovely dog and thing, but there were times when bless her, I think like I could have done with or her being so big meant that she had to get out of the way whenever I wanted to do anything. So it may be a case of another dog. We're not sure yet, you know. Time will tell, but it's definitely food for thought. It also, while I was away, sort of highlighted some of the changes I want to make to the layout of the van. First and foremost, we're working on shelving units. So in the van tour, you would have seen the frames that I had put up. And what we've been working on since then is I've taken some chipboard like this, stained it this really nice kind of brown. And this is the same stain as we used for the roof. I really like this. I really like the colour, I like the texture, I like the way it turned out. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And what I'm doing now is I'm sanding down some bits of pallet wood And the idea is going to be to have it kind of like this, and then maybe later on go in and work out some scrolling, and do you know what I mean, some dips and some dabs, and kind of like carve it to look a bit more nice, a bit less palette woody. I'll take that to a friend of mine, to Matt, who helped us with a lot of the woodworking here. I'm going to try and put them up today, like solid and boring, and then work with Matt to make them look better as time goes on. That's not the only thing we're going to attempt today. With regards to that, another thing we're going to attempt is I'm going to try to scorch these wood things. I've seen an attempt made by, I've seen a video done, sorry, not an attempt made, I've seen a video done by some other people who were putting some wood in their van. And what they did is they got a blowtorch and they scorched the surface of the wood first. So apparently, I'm at my old man's house, I'm parked in his garden. Apparently he has a blowtorch. I'm very excited, so we're going to try and find the blowtorch, give this a go, and and see if we can make the surface of the wood a little bit more rustic, maybe a little bit more cooler. If we like it, then all of the upright slabs, all of the horizontal or the vertical sort of bits of wood we'll take out. We'll give the same treatment to, so it's one uniform look. Because I'm not entirely in love with the white, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I think that worked rather well. Look at that bad boy. I tell you what, it's 100% better with patterned wood. Like, you'll notice that when this bit is done, because all the lines are fairly the same, you know, it doesn't look quite as good as something like this, because we've got like varying lines, and this one in particular I'm in love with. So yeah, scorch that one a little bit, might have to burn the other side of that. There's a fine line. Turns out there's more of an art to this than I thought, but happy with it so far. So yeah, that's definitely going on, and we'll have to look into doing the other boards like that later. So progress. Let's go, shall we? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all we have time for this week. I'm really impressed with this finish, actually really happy with what we've done so far. I redid a bunch of the blow of the scorching on the back of the wood just to make it look a bit better. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you all so much for your love and support so far. It's been real fun putting these episodes together for you. And yeah, check us out, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode.